I am Harrison Lamont Bay, all lowercase letters. I'm here to tender a special deposit to the court and make the clerk fiduciary.
I don't have time for this.
Here we go, folks. Another day. Another sovereign citizen walking into court like he's cracked some secret code that the rest of us mere mortals just don't understand. His name? Well, depending on which version you ask him, he's either Harrison Lemon Bay II or maybe the third. Lowercase only, of course. Yeah, apparently capitalization now determines whether or not you're subject to the law. Who knew grammar class was the real battleground for freedom? So here's how it starts. The judge is trying to confirm his name, because you know that's a pretty basic step in any courtroom. And what does Harrison say? I am Harrison Lemon Bay, all lowercase letters.
All right, Lamont Harrison Lemon II. That's the gentleman with the Fez hat on, headgear on. Can you unmute yourself, please, sir? Is he connected to audio?
It appears to be.
Lemon Bay, Harrison Lemon Bay. Can you hear me, sir?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning to you.
How are you?
Okay. Are you the second or the third?
I'm here on behalf of the third.
The third. Okay. And I guess it's the second as well. This is the city of Detroit versus Harrison Lemon Bay III. Straight that. This is the state of Michigan versus Harrison Lemon Bay III. Case number SX 419-5968. Counts 1 and counts 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, sir.
Mr. Berry, I think he's representing himself.
Your Honor,
Yeah. All right. And add count 3 to that. Add count 3 to that record as well. Or count 2 to that, or 1 to that record as well. So count 1, 2, and 3. Let me have that other. I believe, state your name for the record, Mr. Lemon III.
Yes, I am Harrison Lamont Bay, all lowercase letters. And I'm here on behalf of Harrison Lamont III.
All right. Well, I've never heard of the all lowercase letters. What does that mean?
It means that the name is to be spelled with all lowercase letters, not all capital letters, not part capital and lowercase, strictly all lowercase.
All lowercase. Not a typo, not a slip-up. This man truly believes his legal status hinges on whether his name is written like a password nobody can remember. I mean, come on. That's his grand legal defense? Forget attorneys, forget evidence, just drop the capital letters and walk free? The judge, trying to keep this train from fully derailing, calmly explains the charges. Driving without a valid license, no proof of license on him, expired plates, and speeding. Pretty straightforward, right? Any normal person would either fight it with an attorney or accept a deal. But Harrison? Oh no. He's not about to play by their rules. He starts talking about tendering a special deposit to the court and making the clerk fiduciary. Now, if you're scratching your head wondering what in the world that even means, you're not alone. It's one of those sovereign citizen buzz phrases.
So today is the date and time set for a pretrial in the matter. How do you want to proceed, sir? I know you filed some documents with the court, and I did have those up in my chambers. But how do you want to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm the surety on behalf of the principal debtor, strawman Harrison Lamont III. I've given the court notice weeks in advance. I'm here to tender a special deposit to the court and make the clerk fiduciary, the prosecutor, as well. And I'm looking for a plea of release today. Will you grant a plea to release?
No. I can grant you a pretrial. I can grant you the opportunity to speak with the city attorney, or I can grant you a trial date by judge or by jury.
Yeah. So
What would you like to do, Mr. Lemon Bay?
well, do you mind if I ask a couple of questions? Just want to make sure that I'm comprehending it. So as you gave the name, I heard you mention a few different names. I heard you mention Harrison Lamont Bay the third, and then a Harrison Lamont the second, and various different names. I just want to make sure that I'm clear on who or what it is that we're here to discuss, because I don't want to speak on behalf of.
It does have an error. It does have an error. It appears to be an error on the computer here. So entry date, one of the counts was entered into as one count was entered into as Harris Lemon third. The other count was Harris Lemon second, and the other count was entered Harris third Lemon. So I think that's just a typo. There's the nature of the offenses is the misdemeanor case is driving without a valid operator's license, no ops on person, and that is a 93-day punishable by the maximum possible penalty, 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. And you have two civil infractions, one expired plates, and the other one speeding at 16 to 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. So those are the nature of the charges. I'm going to offer you an opportunity to mitigate this by taking the better driver's course, sir. I'm going to put that in the chat if you choose to. And I can give you time to do that. If not, you can set it for a trial date or whatever set it for a trial date or speak with the city attorney today. What would you like to do?
I'm really, again, I'm ultimately I'm here to tender special deposit and settle the charges, make the clerk fiduciary.
Their minds, it's some magical loophole that erases debts, fines, even criminal charges, like waving monopoly money in front of a judge and saying, "Here, this pays for everything." Spoiler alert, it doesn't. The judge tries to reel him back in. "Sir, your options are pretty simple. You can talk to the city attorney, you can take a plea, or you can take it to trial. That's it." But Harrison just won't quit. He keeps going on about equity and special deposits like he's auditioning for a role in some knockoff courtroom drama nobody asked for. At one point, even the judge looks exhausted. He flat out says, "I don't have time for this." And honestly, can you blame him? Courtrooms are busy.
You settle it by pleading to in taking a plea today, paying the fines, or taking it to trial, see if you can do better at trial. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury, and that's it. Those are your only options, sir.
I'm looking for a plea release. Are you stating that there's no offer of equity in this matter, Your Honor?
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we're gonna move on. So I don't have time for this.
Would you like to speak to an attorney? Would you like to speak to an attorney, sir?
I don't. I'm not asking for counsel.
Okay. Well, we're gonna pass the matter and we're gonna move on, and he can just watch and see how it works in here, because I have too many people that are waiting that want to be heard and hear their claim, and I don't understand what you're saying. I've given you your options, and you can sit back and ponder those. I'll give you time to ponder those options. Other than that, sir, I don't know what else to tell you. All right, let's move on. Next time. No, I've already answered the questions I'm going to answer. No, please mute your device And you either take the offers that I've given you, speak with the attorney, or take the deal, or set the matter for a trial date. Those are your options.
Let me set the matter for trial.
Set the matter for trial. Okay, I'm gonna give you a trial. I'm gonna, do you want it, trial by judge or jury, sir?
Your Honor, by jury.
Okay, jury trial. Can I get a jury trial date, please? Let's do June the 2nd. June the 2nd. We should do this in the afternoon as well.
But we gotta set a pre-trial first.
Yeah, we'll set a pre-trial. We'll set a, so your next court date is gonna be a final pre-trial, sir. Final pre-trial will be June the 1st, 6/1/2023 at 8:30. And then we'll set the jury trial date for the next day at 9:30 on June the 2nd. So your next action date that you need to appear is June the 1st at 8:30. And then the next day we'll have the jury trial at June the 2nd, 2023. I have received your motions. If you have any more motions, make sure they're in before the June the 1st date. And then we'll proceed with picking a jury, setting a jury panel at 9:30 on June the 2nd. If you don't have any further questions, Mr. Lemon Bay, then have a very good day, sir. All right?
Easy enough without someone hijacking the docket to perform their personal version of legal improv night. And here's where it gets even better. After wasting everyone's time, Harrison decides he wants a jury trial. Yes, this man genuinely believes 12 regular folks off the street are going to sit there, listen to his lowercase letter defense, and set him free. Can you imagine being on that jury? Day 1. You're told the defendant is trying to dodge charges because his name isn't capitalized. At that point, you're not deciding guilt, you're just trying not to laugh out loud in court, and let's not forget the hat. This man is rocking a bright fez hat like it's part of his legal strategy. Either he's hiding the world's worst haircut, or he's trying to distract the jury from the fact that his defense makes absolutely no sense. Either way, it's not working. By the end of it, the judge sets his next hearing date, schedules the jury trial, and basically says, "Good luck, sir, you're gonna need it." And trust me, he will. Unless he somehow stumbles into the most clueless jury in America, this case is already a lost cause. Now let's be honest here. Does anyone really think this man has even a snowball's chance of walking out of this trial a free man? Because unless that jury is made up of 12 sovereign citizens fresh from a Facebook group, he's not convincing anybody. This isn't some legal loophole waiting to be unlocked. It's just nonsense dressed up as strategy. Think about it. You're in front of a judge, accused of driving without a license, with expired plates and speeding. A normal defense? You'd show proof, argue the facts, maybe cut a deal. Harrison's defense? Well, technically my name is lowercase, so none of this counts. That's not legal genius. That's kindergarten wordplay. The courtroom is not Sesame Street, and no amount of lowercase letters is going to erase those charges. And the kicker is, he keeps pushing this whole special deposit angle, like he's about to hand the court some magical piece of paper and walk away debt-free. This is classic sovereign citizen playbook. Drown the room in nonsense until you hope someone slips up. But the law doesn't work like that. Judges don't award points for creativity, and you can't settle traffic tickets with imaginary money. The reality? This man's just wasting time, his own, the courts, and the taxpayers. And come trial day, all that equity talk and lowercase theatrics won't mean a thing once the jury hears the actual charges. But maybe the most telling part of all this isn't what he says, it's how he carries himself. The fez hat, the stuttering explanations, the complete inability to give a straight answer. He's not fighting the system, he's hiding behind smoke and mirrors, hoping somebody buys into his act. And here's the truth. Sovereign citizens never win. Not one of them has ever walked into a courtroom, spouted off these half-baked theories, and left victorious. Yet they keep trying, case after case, as if this time will be different. It never is. So what do you think? Does Harrison even believe his own defense, or is he just too stubborn to admit he's wrong? Because from where I'm sitting, this jury trial is going to be less of a battle for freedom and more of a comedy show with a guaranteed guilty verdict at the end. At the end of the day, the lowercase letters won't save him, the fez won't save him, and the special deposit nonsense sure won't save him. The only thing Harrison's managed to prove is that when it comes to courtroom defenses, there really is no limit to how far some people will stretch reality.